4-1 in both leagues. Your boy Sir Flawless is surely leading by example, isn't he? But who am I fooling? It's still a long season and a lot of football left to play. What's cracking, guys? It's your boy Sir Flawless back with another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. And we're back with the Week 6 waivers. Hey, man, look. Life without Jalen Hurts and Saquon, man, I got by. So I'm happy about that, and things scored over 100 points too, so I'm actually proud about that as well. But yeah, your boy makes some moves, but hey, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. You know, I really want this work league. Oh, I want this work league. Don't I want this work league being town? Oh, yes. But, hey, man, I hope y'all doing good. Hopefully you get this in time. I'll send it to you so you can make sure you have it for your waivers and for the Flawless Fantasy Football Listening League. If need be, if you're trying to use the info that I'm giving you to go against me, hey, that's just part of the deal. I'll take the handicap. Already got 2.5 decades on you, so why not give you something for free? Give you up. Excuse me, I'm fighting a little something. Just actually getting over a cold, man. I had congestion and all this type of stuff. I didn't think I was going to be able to shoot y'all no video, but my nasal done got better, so I'm doing it right now. But I still got a lot to do, man. Your boy here in Florida about to get a hurricane coming through. They just won't let us alone. They won't let us live. But that's all right. What doesn't kill us only makes us stronger. All right, look, we're going to do a little quick rapid fire because your boy got stuff to do tonight. So we're going to just dive into it. Like, again, some rapid fires. And we'll kind of recap it after each position. All right, so look. A lot of stuff been getting going down, man. As you look, things change. You know, things kind of evolve. It could be this one week, this the next. Like everybody was, Dontavian Wicks. Oh, shower me, Wicks. Put it all over my back. That dude, the cold that I'm just getting over, he couldn't catch that cold to save his life. That boy got 2 wrists for freaking hands. I don't see how the hell he caught touchdown passes in the first place. I saw the... This is not a bash Wicks session. Look here I am, about to give you a whole little intro. But let's not do that. Like I said, I got stuff to do tonight. We're going to get to the quarterbacks. I got 3 quarterbacks for you. So you got to excuse the coughing. Work with me. Now, I know it's kind of unprofessional, but guess what? Just giving you some FaceTime. Actually, okay, so 3 quarterbacks that I think you should be able to pick up. And you should be, if you need a quarterback for this week, or if you want one for the upcoming, plays coming forward, weeks coming forward, you can feel free to play these dudes because these guys are high and I recommend them. Number 1 is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was off the freaking chain last. I knew they was gonna have them win that game because they lost the game in Atlanta. That remember I took my son to. It's like, why the hell is Atlanta on so many primetime games? But they lost that one, and I just felt as if that Mooney drop, I was like, man, they're still going to have them win. Nevertheless, Kurt showed the hell out. 500 yards or something like that? Just got stupid. So guess what? They play against the Cardinals this week. Yeah, the Cardinals kind of held down Purdy, but that's a whole different type of play. But Kirk Cousins should be good moving forward here. It seems like he's playing very well, and he got the receiving core to hook him up. So next up is Joe Flacco. Look, now Flacco might not play this week, but I think it's a good chance they're gonna bench old boy Rich, keep him on the bench one more week, and for him to get time to heal. He plays against Tennessee. Against Tennessee, he had 389 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So look, Joe Flacco give us this. I won't say year, but Joe Flacco, man, gunslinger. It's crazy because he wasn't a gunslinger back in Baltimore. I mean, I guess he's more of a system quarterback, but guess what? He's slaying that rock. And a lot of teams needed him, but guess what? They ain't get him for some strange reason. So Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco. Number 3, It's Caleb Williams, man. That dude been bald. Look, now I know he did it against Carolina. I know. But guess what? He did his little 304-2. And, it take a little bit of time for these people, for these quarterbacks to hit. It's kind of like old boy for Houston last year. It wasn't until game 3, 4, or 5 with him last year before he started popping off. Sometimes it takes a minute. But he did play against Carolina, Caleb, right? And it was the Panthers. But next he plays against the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I could see him having a hell of a good day there. And, I'm going to make some, I ain't going to say that in this video. But, yeah, I could see him having another pretty good day and start to evolve. So Caleb Williams, 3 quarterbacks that I endorsed this week for moving up for streaming and whatnot. Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco, and Caleb Williams. Let's move to the running backs. Now for the names of running backs real quick. If these guys are available, you need to pick them up, okay? I already talked about them on waivers before, but if it's Kareem Hunt, Rico Dowdle, Brown for Cincinnati, Braylon Allen, Trey Sermon, or Cam Akers, okay? So if those guys are available, you need to be scooping them, all right? Again, Hunt, Dowdle, Brown, Braylon Allen, Trey Sermon, and Cam Akers. I mean, dude, Brown's explosive, man. Cincinnati, and if he end up missing some time, but I think it'll be a split. But if anything, he'll probably end up being the starter because he's dynamic. But man, that dude's explosive. I'm happy for him. So hopefully whoever got him going to reap. Let's get to the running backs real quick. So again, we already talked about Rico Dowdle at first. All right, so I'm gonna just put him up there anyway because I'm proud of him. You know what I'm saying? It seems like I'm really proud of him. I'm proud of him, but I'm also proud of Dallas for doing the right thing. He is the man. Stop bringing Zeke in. Yeah, Zeke can spell him. I like the way he was telling Zeke. He's like, one. He ran to the sideline. Zeke bring your ass in for one. I like seeing that because too many times I saw him one or stand on the field too long one. Now you the one. Plotter, Ezekiel, Elliott. Rico Dowdle, and I had him, and I could have picked him up in the work. I think I did have him for a millisecond and dropped him. Just sometimes whoever have him laugh is what's gonna reap. So I think Beantown, I think maybe he still got him. He's the last person I know that had him in the work league. So he might actually. So I'm sure he ain't gonna drop him no time soon. So Rico Dowdle, obviously I'm gonna still put him on the list because I wanted to talk about him. Tracy. Let me tell you something about Tracy for the Giants. I was at my son's house watching the game, and last Thursday or something like that, I'm like, man, don't showcase. I ain't want him to do nothing because I couldn't pick him up. I was gonna pick him up, but I was like, I didn't want to hold him because I was doing some transactions, so I didn't want him to showcase. So he did just enough just to not do nothing. Then I scooped him up, and then old boy got hurt. And with the groin or whatever, so Singletary. And then, but I didn't start him. But I did scoop him. And look, cause I'll talk about that later. So Tyrell Tracy, you know what I'm saying? I really like him. I think his name Tyrell, right? You know what I'm saying? So Tracy, number 2 running back. Next up, Tate Bigsby. He might not be on waivers out there, but he's dynamic. He seemed like he's the running back that they drafted him to be. I still believe it's old boy's job, but it's just more of a split now. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. They got Chicago running up. You can run on Chicago, so we'll see what happens. Chase Brown. Chase Brown. We talked about him before. I had to bring him up too, just because he's dynamic. I'm still putting him on the list. And Ty Chandler. It sucks because of, who was it? I think it was maybe Canoa Bill asked me about Ty Chandler. You know what I'm saying? What I think, in one of his leagues, make some roster moves. But of course, you know what I'm saying, whenever, you consider dropping them, then old boy get hurt, so. But they're on a bye week, I believe, this week, maybe. I think they're on a bye week coming up this week. But we'll see what happens with that. But Ty Chandler he's cool, but I don't know if he's the long-term or not. But I just know Minnesota's playing great right now. So Ty Chandler is number 5. Five running backs are, no, let's keep going. I got more running backs. These are more lone play running backs. So number 6, Jalen Wright for Miami. Now I'm going to start getting into running backs that, look, guys, you got to be able to go reach deep. It is week 6. Trust me, it's people that's going to have value that don't look like they're going to have value now, but you have to put yourself in position. Like when I scooped up Jalen Tolbert last week in the Flawless Fantasy Football Listing League. I didn't start him. I had him in there to the last minute, and I put in Whittington. And the reason I put in Whittington was because I was like, I got more long-term play with Tolbert, and plus, you know what I'm saying, I got that because, you know, for the combo. So I'll be able to play Tolbert later. So I was like, let me get a little bit of juice out of Whittington now. Both of them had double digits, but Tolbert caught that TD at the end and put them over what they were basically even at that point in time. But you have to the beauty of it is finding these pieces before they break. You know what I'm saying? Because once they break, and then you're shooting for it on waivers, or if you're doing fab, you got a chance. But if you spend your money up on fab, not many people I know that's playing doing fab. But yeah, you got to be able to forecast. You know, I showed you, you know what I'm saying, when that my roster cuts in my work league, how I picked up Tracy and how I did this, how I did that. Be able to show you, and a couple of you guys actually said, "Oh, thanks for reminding me about Tracy." Well, this, that, and the other. And I'd be able to show you guys my hand so you get, how you think, because you can't wait till it happens, because then it's too late. You know, so Jalen Wright, because you got other guys there, you got A-Chain, Glass, Mostert, Glass. It's about the youth. You know what I'm saying? So he has a chance later on in the year. He did great. I think I don't know how to stat something right now, but he ran very well. 13 carries, 80-some yards, something like that. 18, I don't know, whatever it was. He did pretty good. Next up is Blake Curl. He is officially number 2. Officially number 2 in the Rams running back rotation, okay? He's above Ronnie Davis or whatever his name is. Look, if something happens to old boy, guess what? It's Blake Curl's job while he's hurt. And guess what? That makes him an automatic flex. So you want to have these guys on your team instead of look. I don't value wide receivers like that. You see my teams. I don't get a whole bunch of wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to be able to have those home run running backs. Next up, so Blake Corum, number 7. Number 8 is Dare Ogunbowale. Now, come on. Dead serious. Now, granted, Cam Akers went what? 9 for 42 with a touch. All right, Cam. Okay, fine. But Cam ain't explosive. And nor was Dare, but Dare had 15 carries for 30. But that 15 carries say something because the game wasn't necessarily out of hand. You know what I'm saying? With like that. And he also had 6 catches for 57. So it's a lot more value in Dare. And we don't know when old boy coming back for Houston. We don't know. You know, so he's been out this long. Who knows? So he's somebody you can look at and stash because he's somebody that can handle 15 rushes and can catch the ball 5-6 times. Somebody you might want to stash. Number 8. He was number 8. Number 9 is Tyler Goodson. Tyler Goodson had 5 carries for 26 yards, 3 catches for 31. Now, he was behind who? Who was that boy behind? Trey Sermon. And Trey Sermon what? Trey Sermon did a little something. He didn't do much. He didn't do much, but he scored a touchdown. But Tyler, but Goodson went 5-26 and 3 catches for 31. Hey man, that's 5 yards a carry and 3 catches. So 2.6. Look, that's like 8 fantasy points if you're in full PPR, something like that. Almost 8.5, 9. And that's just sharing the work. If like Cam Akers or Trey Sermon, I want to say lose the job because you don't know how long Jonathan Taylor glass. I told you about Jonathan Taylor was glass. I had him in the rookie season and the year after when he had that bomb year. I never wanted to touch him again because I'd had him at his best. So he's somebody to be looking out for. Tyler Goodson is number 9. So the wide receiver, the 9 running backs are Rico Dowdle, Tyrone Tracy. Oh, that's his name. I keep calling him Tyrone Tracy. And Tate Bisbee, Chase Brown, Ty Chandler, Jalen Warren, Blake Curl, Dare Ogunbowale, and Tyler Goodson. All right, next up is the wide receivers. Before we jump to the wide receivers, hey guys, I need you to press like. Let me know what you thought about the video. Put your records of your most important league. Your most important league. You don't have to be the Flawless League. I'm talking outside of the Flawless Fantasy Football League. Your most important league, your league of record. What is your record in that particular league after 5 weeks? Put that down in the comments. I appreciate it. Make sure you press like so I can see that we're engaging and you appreciate the content. Remember, press like. So, wide receivers. Darnell Mooney. Mooney is like He's a perfect number two. Perfect number two with upside. Now, they playing out of their minds, but Mooney is dynamic. He never could be a number one, but guess what? He could flourish as a number two. I've known so many people like that, like Peerless Price and so many people back in the day that they try to push it to a number one role, but they can't, but the number two, they're awesome. Next up is Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert is going to be awesome. That you saw how they went to him. He got hurt, and then they came out the game, and then they threw it to him at the end. Man, and old boy, just sitting up there yelling at Dak. CD and Dak just got his head down like Dak, like I ain't gonna throw it to you when it's time in. And Tolbert can be to the moon. Tolbert can be to the moon because nobody ain't worried about him. They just worry about Ferguson and old boy, so that's it. So Tolbert. Number 3 is Juju. Juju had a great game on Monday night, and I think he'll be fine. Don't get me wrong, but after the game, old boy made sure he said that. Mr. Frog Boy, quarterback. Patrick Mahomes made sure he's like, it's going to be a committee. It's going to be a committee. He made sure he said that because they're going to use everybody. But Juju's going to get the most juice as far as the receivers there. And suddenly, for some reason, Kelsey's just being Kelsey. Like, the dude's slow and old, but guess what? He's still getting open, right? Still getting open. He could always get open, but they just wasn't game planning it that way. Freaking nonsense. I tell you, man, it's never freaking active. All right, next up is Josh Downs. Josh Downs is the man. I didn't watch none of that game, but I remember looking at it on my phone, and Josh Downs had like 3 catches in the first freaking drive. I was like, yeah, he the man. He's the number one there. And I was going against, in the work league, going against Pittman. And they did it all the way going out to the goal line, then threw it to Pittman from the 1 yard line. Like, you son of a gun. Nevertheless, it still won. But Josh Downs, in the slot, he should still be even good when old boy come back working out of the slot. They should base the passing game around him like that. Next up is number 5 is Tank Dell. And I say, Tank Dell, he's probably still on people's roster. Shit. Not on mine, not on my work league. I cut the beat because it's a standard league and he wasn't doing nothing. And there's other players, people that I want. You know what I'm saying? And he was just, I ain't want to hold him. So look, I got a team. I don't sit up here and base it off there. Hell, I didn't have my first and third round players. Right? Yeah, first and third rounders. And my running back for Philly and the quarterback for Philly, and I still won this week. It's a team game. I get it. Some players are underproduced, but you got to make sure you get those upside players to pick up the slack. So Tank Dell is out there. He should have some productive days. Look, I'm going to tell you something about Nico Collins. Nico Collins caught that play, touchdown. Oh, my hamstring. Whatever. Pull up. Bro, if you really looked into it, you keep your ears open, you'll be like, a lot of these players don't be hurt, but they sit them out for reason. Like, they had to slow Nico Collins down. He was on pace for 2,000 yards. They had to slow him down. Look, we're going to sit you down for 2 weeks. Nobody ain't running for 2,000 yards unless they say, or catch, or run for 2,000 yards unless they say so, especially in this day and age. Real talk. You saw how Derrick Henry is on pace, and all of a sudden he had that ghost injury, you know what I'm saying, like a few years ago. Oh, I hurt my foot. Like, dude, you were in there running fine, and you didn't limp off the court or nothing, or feeling nothing, but all of a sudden you hurt. Sure, because he was on pace. You had like 11, 12, whatever you had at the time. He was on pace for 2,000 yards. Like, nah, homeboy, you already got to slow you down. They know how to pull you back. All right, so now to get off too far. Alan Lazard, number 6. Got a rapport with, you know what I'm saying, with Aaron, Crabbe behind, and that's just self-explanatory. Catching touchdowns, don't be having that many targets, but he be capitalizing. Trey Tucker, I still like him. He had a rough, tough day against Denver, but I still like Trey Tucker. Somebody's got to be the man there. I don't believe it's going to be the other guy. He kind of loaned it to Saber-tooth Tiger, and he's not dynamic, but I just think Trey Tucker because to me, he feels like a low-budget, like I said, low-budget old boy for Green Bay. Can't even think of his name right now. All right. Number 8, and Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson, and I don't know if he's been the beneficiary because the tight end over there was hurt, McBride was hurt, but he's been getting some good numbers and got a good rapport with Mr. Kyler Murray. So the wide receivers are Darnell Mooney, Tolbert, Juju, Josh Downs, Tank Dell, Alan Lazard, Trey Tucker, and Michael Wilson. Hope I didn't forget anybody. All right, now let's go to the tight ends. Got 3 tight ends for you. Tucker Kraft, man. Tucker Kraft got picked up in the Flawless Fantasy Football League. I want to say in both leagues, and maybe in the work league, he got picked up. I'm not sure. But he balled out, man, and two touchdowns. He had a huge day. He was tight end 1 on the week. So this week they play against Arizona. So, hey, he should eat again, to be totally honest with you. Tyler Conklin against Buffalo. I like Tyler Conklin. He's always been legit, even when he's with Minnesota. I liked him back then. And Aaron Rodgers liked to throw it to tight ends, and they looking at Garrett Wilson and looking at other pieces. Tyler Conklin still get safe numbers and stuff, maybe 4 to 5 catches a week. So he's just probably not going to get no touchdowns, or not that many. And Kate Otten, I like Kate Otten. Kate Otten, I don't think he's taught a touchdown all year, but he began by 4 or 5 catches. They play against New Orleans this week, so we'll see what's up. My tight ends are Tyler Kraft, Tyler Conklin, Tucker Kraft, Tyler Conklin, and Kate Otten. Now let's go to the defenses, because we can't go nowhere with our defenses, right? Next, now just like the 3 top plays, in no particular order. You got you got Houston, Texas, and Philadelphia. Yeah, who used to play? Who used to play? I don't know who they play, but I know it's a good matchup. And Philadelphia plays against Cleveland, and Pittsburgh plays against the Raiders. So I want to say New England. Is it New England? No, they don't play New England. I got to find out who Houston plays. But it's a good matchup. Houston, Philly, and Pittsburgh if they're available. So, hey man, I just wanted to be able to shoot this trade video for you. I'm going to probably do a little bit of editing and stuff in and put the names up after I get done talking to them. And I'll press this out and I'll send it to y'all. Hey, but hey, let's have a great week 6. Hey, make sure you stay on top of it. Stay tuned. I'm going to try to do more posting and adding stuff to the Flawless Fantasy Football Facebook page. That's free. So if you run across this video and you're interested, go there. Instead of just putting up some videos, probably just shoot some stuff out there what I see. But especially with the hurricane comes, so I'll probably be sitting up typing, putting up all type of stuff. Flawless Fantasy Football, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Holla at your boy, and make sure you press that like button. Peace.